Hey, NASDAQ, where you get the best dope on the markets. We're going to take a spin into charts here. We have got, I don't know, Bubble Up Wednesday. Here's the US dollar right here. No offers. That is exactly what's going on today. There are no offers, okay? In feeder cattle, and silver, and in stocks. Here's the NASDAQ. Okay, this is the opening bar, and then we're just kind of muscling up here. This is the S&P. Okay, you know, a little bit more sense here. We're at 6,800 here. Oh, I'm sorry here. You know what? Hang on a second here. Goodness gracious, how many seconds did I... This is the NASDAQ. This is the 830 bar here, and we've been drifting up here. This is the S&P 830 bar, just drifting up here. You can see a 7 in there. This is silver here. Yesterday I did a video here talking about this 48.61. That was really the exact high of the day before. Came back to 48 double. Be like taking your fingers, you know. It would be like either a Bear Stearns, that was a symbol with Bear Stearns, or if you were grabbing a lady's upper body part. Or I guess a man in this crazy world. Anyway, today here we're up $1.30, $1.20 here. The market's closed here in the aftermarket. Gold, look at this, man, up another $55. We are melting up, except in grains. Bean oil here. Let's just go to bean oil here. We'll go to crude and bean oil here. Bean oil's got some things in the news, so somewhere, it doesn't matter. We're trading macro. You know, if you need to know, well, then look it up. But so somebody was going to go on strike. I think it was the Asians, and where they do canola seed, but that's Canada. In any event, they've been ordered where they can't. Oh, South America, that's where it was. I'm sorry. So we had a little break here today, and then right here we kind of finished up back up by the highs here. What we've had here, 1% break, 1% break, 1% break. We're in a 50 handle here. That's bean oil. Let's go over here to crude oil as long as we got the biofuels. I don't think I'm going to go to grains here. We'll see how fast I can go. We're at the 3-minute mark. Okay, this was previous Friday, and then this was last week. And, you know, here we are. We just, look at us, you know, we're just cleaning out the ranges here. You know, if you're trading, use one of my levels, put a stop in, kiss your ass goodbye, or you're getting paid. But use a stop. And actually, sometimes I say, you know, now listen, it's kind of, everybody can't do it. Because everything, you know, orders have to be margined. But you could leave a stop in because it was put in education or under my levels. And when they get filled, it's still, even if you got an entered order, for example, like down there in the crude oil, say you had a stop about 20 cents under here, and you got hit on that, and you were like, hey, I forgot to cancel my stop. I think, because it's in a strategic location, that it might be a continuation. So say, for example, if crude was going to go lower there. You know, there's risk in that, of course. But here's the soybeans here. Oh, this is March here. That's not what I want to talk about. But down here was support here. We got olive buys. We got the powder blues. We got these green X's here. In the Jans, we're a little bit closer here. This was yesterday's lows. Powder blues, 1034. Got higher on the week here, and now we're kind of moving higher on the week. Here's a long-term upward sloping trend line. Okay, it's a sale. Here, I'll give you a little indication here. Okay, we go through here, break. Okay, because we're in free fall. You know, whatever that was. As a matter of fact, that's just where my interday. I don't want to go to a daily. Okay. Anyway, here it kind of holds, and then all of a sudden we close here, and then all of a sudden breaks. It's pivotal here as a sell, but now we're starting to regain ourselves. We're into harvest in this corn and soybeans here. Here's corn. This is D's corn. Here you got a long-term trend line here. Is this the one that's from 2019, 2014's highs? Okay, that to me has some meaning because it was the highs of the commodity bottoming, but it was the highs, and that's 5 years apart. Okay, the highs when we were bottoming, and so now it, going forward here. This is going to be a big area here, okay? So we got this area, we got this area. We already tested these olives. A couple of them were long-term. I could actually take those off. Actually, where is the green of these olives? Green, orange? Okay, here's the green. Okay, so it goes green, orange, thin olive, thick olive, okay? That's a smaller sequence here, but you can see how we're starting to play where it's a buy, okay? And here, you're going to have that. If you have a 3-cent stop or something, you could have even had a closer stop than that. But here we only went down there for a day. And I'm just talking about because you could always relook at these trades. Okay? Wheat, wheat is going to be the pissing post. Okay? Meaning, if you want to buy corn, there will be traders that when they buy something, they got to sell something. And wheat is going to be that. Or meal. Meal, what do we do? Oh, okay. So here we closed September here. We closed the quarter here. We got higher here. Nothing to say about meal here. You got a green. Is that a green buy? It's the only thing I got. Okay, and then you got an orange, something lower than that. Okay, so that would be the only thing I have. That's indices meal here. Here's a look at the soft page here. What do we got here? S&P's up 11.5% here. What's the NAS here? Just for shits and giggles. 15.5%. Here's coffee. Just look at the coffee. Here's the dollar. Okay, here's the U.S. dollar here. We got kind of a trend line breakout. You can see a couple lines I had here that were important to me here. Here it was a high. Okay, here's the green one. We close in between it. Close right up at this high. So you got a couple highs here. We pierced through here. So we're making new highs from August. Okay, mid-August. And, and then this was what? A break here. Oh, okay, you got an outside down. Actually, this is probably an olive line here. It's going to be tiny. I'll draw it in a second here. All right, these would be just tiny pivots here, okay? And listen, if you don't like the sound of my voice, but you're like, hey, the charts are pretty good. Hey, where is he? He was talking about copper the other day and cited these two numbers over here at 415.95 and then just a smidge underneath there. We just missed them yesterday, 514. Is that 85? I think it's 85. Hang on a second. Let me look. That's why you don't need my picture on the thing here because I got to stand up and look at 514.65. Okay, so we missed it by, 0.0030. Okay, and so here we hit it today. We got a little tiny reversal. That's in copper. Just a reminder here, this bar right here actually did trade. Okay, all of them within an hour or two. That was the tariff, okay? This was going up on the tariff and then going down on the tariff. So I got two numbers right here. Here you got another upward sloping trend line right here. This was another level right there. That's in copper. All right, just a real shout out here. This is cotton, okay? Cotton is bleak, man. Cotton's bleak. Do have a long-term olive line buy, olive line 1, which means there's a thicker one down below, okay? And I said, just have your bid working down there. It's a couple hundred lower here. If you need to know that number, get a hold, email me, join somehow, pay me something here for doing this. CQGs cost like $65 a day, okay? And I don't push trades on my brokerage at all, so I could really use the support here. Check out over on NASDAQ.com. Go look for the membership packages. You can cancel at any time. Don't cancel the first month anyway. Jeez Louise. Those are the Canadians that do that. All right, this is cocoa over here. Here you can see a 7 on cocoa. What is this? A daily. Here's March cotton here. That looks kind of pretty similar here. Wow, look at that. Okay, just slip sliding away here in sugar. Now this is my page 3 here. This was my softs. These are not updated or anything like, but something like this would be long term. Okay, these other numbers here. See right here, this was an olive line. It's been violated here. So that would come off. Here's the coffee here. I took this off also in coffee. Here was the green. Here's the green. It was exact. You rallied 1,000 points, 1,400 points, which was about like almost $5,000 a one lot for a day. Came back down here, a little sloppier, 200 points sloppier. So that's $700 right here from the green to there, $700. Rallied back to the orange, came back, did the outside down, and this is where we are now. No comment, no anything. You need market color, get a hold of me. I'm just going to hover on this. I'll just call these out. This is the gold-silver spread. This is the silver-copper spread. Okay, so here you're over olives. You can't sell silver by copper, on the spread. That's just my opinion. Over here, this is a weekly chart here. You can see a 7 right there. See one of those 7s? Okay, this is page 1 on my thing here. We got what is this, GameStop? This is GameStop. Look at this. You get back over the olive. You got under that olive, you got over it. Look at this. You'll go out of light green. This is all the same sequence, actually. This is all, so these, meaning these could be your possible pivot levels. That's all. That's all. It's just, what is this? Oh, this is Bitcoin. Just a chart. Here's a look at June dollar contract here. June dollar contract. So you can see down here. I got a number at 100, and then next number is 300 lower. Okay, and then I got a couple here. I got a trend line here. Okay, this is a back month here, but as a matter of fact, this was probably last June here, so that would have been going off into expiry. Here's a long-term, this is bond charts. This is a long-term chart here. This is kind of what we're doing here. Okay. As a matter of fact, here, let's look at this just for shits and giggles. Okay, this was when we had the rates locked to 0. Okay. And then, so this would be the bond contract, and then finally they came for the bonds. Okay. And I think this hit 2%, but we hit 200. Okay. We hit 200 from here. From 140 rallied 60 handles. Okay, so this is when the bubble bursts. Okay, and what was this? 22. Yeah. Okay, this is the Inflation Reduction, which was really just a $6 trillion inflation package. Okay, I also translate into the financial speak because the serpent speaks opposites. All right, we're going to call this a wrap here. So what was that? 13 minutes? I don't know. How many markets do you think we covered? There just looks. Look, it's futures, okay? It's a big game, okay? If you need some help in any of these markets, you can get a hold of me. Email me, ARP@NASDAQ, or go over there and take that VIP package. That's a steal, man. I'm working for free here with all the expertise and the levels, let alone the conditions like the 7s and the diamonds. So, as a matter of fact, let's go through here. Here's a time frame. This is in no feeders, okay? Here, you can see a diamond over here. Just trust me on that, okay? It's not worth it. Here's some 7s, 7, 8, 9. Here's some 7s. This is a different time frame. This is this is a 3-minute in the feeder cattle today. Okay, we came down. This is an old high. Okay, and then actually we closed right back up here at 69.5. This was a chart during the day going out to clients, okay? Here you got two numbers right here at here. This did hold, and then we closed back up at the highs here. What were we up, about 320? We closed back at these highs up here, whatever they were. And so that's what fractal is. So you need anything like that? I already said it because I was going to end this thing. Email me, ARP@NASDAQ. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if we're on Rumble or something like that. YouTube, I really don't get any hits on YouTube. I don't know why, but and then I'll post them on Twitter occasionally. So, but you can stop over and see me on Rumble when I drop these videos. All right, thanks for watching. Have a lovely day, and don't get shot out there. And God bless the ICE officers, because now in Chicago, in sanctuary shitty Chicago, here, they have $10,000 rewards to kill ICE officers. God bless the United States of America. Have a nice day.